Hey, what's up, guys? Tonight's trade during Asia was a long, and we were trading based off an entry of an invalidation of a 5-minute inversion. I'll get into that in just a second. Did have to hold this trade for about 5 hours and 15 minutes, and we actually cut it early. I'll explain why we did that because I don't like doing that, to be honest, but today I'll show you what happened. So, first things first, during New York, we swept this hourly level from the 20th. And we didn't get expansion. See this bullish price action? We didn't get like complete follow through, but then we also didn't come and actually revisit that level. We got very close, but we didn't tag it again. We didn't close beneath it. So this was a still valid grab. Price stayed above. So what I was looking at going into Asia was if we were going to respect this 30-minute gap, right? New York ends with a very bullish gap. It is such a significant level in my opinion because for 30 whole minutes, buyers and sellers were not agreeing on a price. Therefore, if price was going to draw into it, it would be completely normal and then maybe bounce out of it or inverse it, and that would give us kind of a direction. But the fact that price ended up closing, never even wanting to revisit these prices, tells me that at least at the end of New York, bulls were very strong. And simply I was just betting on the fact that if we would build any bullish structure that I would take long, because we did have our LQ grab. We were respecting a very significant imbalance, and then we had targets above internal highs from New York. So if we go down to actually we're already on the 5, that's perfect. This was the gap that was created. We did inverse it, so my entry was going to be an invalidation of the inversion. So during this candle, if you can see, it was very directional displacive. I marketed in, we put risk on, and we simply were targeting originally this high up here. So this was our original target. Now, this note right here, I just want to point out, I had to adjust and cut the trade. Thankfully, it worked out, but there's a reason why we didn't wait for this level anymore. So first things first, our model's built around a 2R. This was a 2.6, but if volume and the average true range was going to stay as high as it was in this zone, I was going to hold for this level. But once it started to die out, I thought, you know what, I'm going to readjust, go back to our original model, and just seek a 2R. So then that was our target. But right over here, for about 2.5 hours, average true range dropped from 13 to 5.2. So from the moment we entered, it was at 13. For this 2.5 hours, it was floating around 4.8, 5.2, and the volume died. It was choppy, it was weak, it was slow. So what I saw was buyers are not really taking control anymore. This trend's dying out. Like, this was a very long sequence for me. And yeah, when I saw price kind of break out of this range and then show more weakness, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to cut it. We're well in the money. We got 1.8 R. And we got enough signs telling us that price was going to turn around. Thankfully, it was a good call. I mean, price may still go to these levels. I wouldn't be surprised because the trend hasn't been broken, but I am going to bed. I'm going to trade tomorrow, hopefully New York. So yeah, for me, it was a good idea to cut it. And again, same as always, we have a 3-step process. We're looking for a significant level to get grabbed for liquidity. That happened during New York. We had a bullish fair value gap created. We had price expand away from it, not as beautifully as I'd like it to. Like if we had price like this would be great. So I would say this was about B price. It was an A plus, but we still got our entry model. We were still following the criteria. We had bullish signals and our entry model confirmed, and we had our targets. A little different. I rarely cut our trade early, but sometimes you just have to do what you gotta do. After watching the prices a lot, I realized that the average true range is pretty important, volume as well. I rarely watch that, but today it was kind of a must when I saw this 2.5 hours of chop. So yeah, hope that makes sense, guys. Peace out.